Big time fan ready to level up your energy? Let's talk W Energy Drinks, the brand that's all about being better. Born from one guy's issue with the major big energy drinks, low quality ingredients, and weak flavors, W's taking on big energy with clean, high quality drinks that taste unreal. W's got no sugars, no artificial flavors, no dyes, and zero calories. It's jitter free, crash free, and packed with over 15 unique custom made flavors that thousands of people are loving every single month. From humble beginnings to taking on the giants, W's all about giving you clean, high quality energy that tastes incredible. So whether you're grinding at work, hitting the gym, or just need a boost to your day, grab energy drink from W. Be better, feel better. Let's get it. And as a special offer to our big time listeners, W is offering you 10% off your order when you use the code BIGTIME during your checkout. That's Big Time, BIGTYME, to get your 10% off at W.GG.
It's day 41 of the shutdown, and the Democrats submitted a funding package today, well, last night, for the House to review, and they hope to approve. And now, in this funding package, it's going to hopefully give back pay to the federal workers, guarantee that there won't be any more terminations of federal workers wrongfully, especially for the furloughed federal workers. And I'm not too sure that Trump is going to go for that, since he's been on his crusade against federal workers from day one. But that's what they're hoping is going to happen. And according to Tim Kaine, this funding package, if it's approved, it's a guaranteed vote against the American CARES Act, which won't be voted on until December. Now, this is a problem from my point of view. And don't get me wrong, I am glad that the shutdown will be over, the government will be reopened, the federal workers will get back to work, and they will get back pay, because Lord knows they deserve it. So yes, I'm glad that that is happening. However, we still have millions of Americans that don't know how they're going to pay for their health care. And at this point, they can't even afford to get sick. And all we have is a promise to vote on it in December. I don't understand how that is supposed to work. And I say that, and some people may agree with me and some may not. But I'm saying this because the ACA premium tax health plan payments are due November 30th. But the vote is not until late December. Now, you all do the calculation of that. That doesn't quite work. And I just got an email today from Cigna telling me that my payment is due November 30th. So, do I make my payment and then just hope and pray that they approve the extension of the ACA? Or do I not make my payment and just kind of wait in limbo and make a late payment January 1st? You know, it's leaving the American people out to dry, not knowing what to do. And we're talking millions of Americans. So I'm not sure. I don't know how to feel about it. I really don't. But as the old folks say, wish, hope, and pray. That's all we can do. And that's all I intend to do at this point. Moving on, 65% of SNAP is supposed to be deposited by Thursday. They keep going back and forth on this, so I hope that they do what they say they're going to do and that the money is on the cards and ready to be used by Thursday. I do. But if not, RPS Love Market is having food distributions Friday, November 14th, and it's at Clark Springs Elementary School. It's from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. You will need to bring your ID and reusable grocery bags when you attend, and you have to have a child that's in the Richmond Public Schools. So that's going to be on Friday morning from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. You also need to go online and fill out the online form no later than Thursday. So hopefully that will help. The shelter opened up at 5 p.m. this evening, and if you're in need of it, you would need to be there by 10 p.m. tonight, and it will be closing at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. But it will open back up again evening due to the temperatures dropping drastically here in the Richmond area. It is on the GRTC Transit Route 1 bus line. And the GRTC Express will not be running tomorrow in lieu of Veterans Day. So if you use that bus service, it will not be running tomorrow. And that's the only bus service that won't be running tomorrow. The rest of them will run as scheduled. Henrico Public Schools is having a job fair, and that's going to be on Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Henrico County Public School Parham Road office. They're going to be they're going to be accepting applications for maintenance, substitute bus drivers, substitute teachers, security officers, and nutrition staff. Now, getting to Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Trump wants to give us all $2,000 checks, y'all, to help with our cost of living. Now, I don't know how to think about that, really. What about you, Reese?
What's to think about? He trying to do the same thing he did his first term. He trying to give us some money so we be quiet.
Yeah.
Or take something from us right under our nose that might be essential to the way of living that we currently are trying to fight for.
Well, the only thing that he got right with this is that he's excluded high-income people. So he did get that part right.
Right.
So,
but at whose expense?
Right.
Because they money gonna stay money.
Yeah. And the U.S. Treasury knows nothing about this.
Huh. Go figure.
Uh-huh.
So we not seeing $2,000 if the Treasury don't even think they got the money to shell it out.
Exactly. This is one of his
Ain't nobody seen what that.
one of his Trumpisms, I guess. But this is what he's all on his little social media saying that he wants to do for us to help us and to help with health care and whatnot.
Right.
To help us find our insurance.
You want to cushion the blow.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he going to a Commanders game on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
Just so they can name a stadium after him.
Right. And then they lose the game miserably. I guess they wish he hadn't showed up.
Well, if he wants his name on that stadium, prepare for that stadium to be a losing one.
Yeah, you're right.
Sorry, but hey, You want them to name a stadium after you being one of the sorriest teams in our division. Eagle fan, go Eagles. But no, he doing everything normal people do. Like he's normal people. Presidents don't go to football games, bro.
Well, they booed him miserably too.
Well, yeah, because they're not supposed to be there. You're supposed to be in the White House doing something about this health care.
Right.
Instead,
Right.
you're going to football games. So you don't even care about the state of the health care. You just got to save face. So you want to avoid being looked at as somebody who's going to lose more votes than they do supporters.
Right. Well, he also wants to create the 50-year mortgage.
How many years?
50.
Why a half a century?
Well, the 50-year mortgage would decrease monthly rates, monthly payments rather.
But we have to pay longer.
Yes. And
What the hell?
Increase interest rates and increase the total cost of the house. And then the bottom line is more people would die before they even finish paying for it.
That house going to outlast you. The plan itself is going to outlast you if they stick to it.
Right.
That is nuts. What? Why? 50 years? 50.
50. 50. So Marjorie Taylor Greene is totally against this. And
As she should.
And she states, in debt forever, in debt for life.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Because here's what that implies to him. If you're rich enough, you can pay to stay healthy. If you got enough money, you can pay to stay healthy.
Right.
But that 50-year mortgage plan is a moniker to what it would look like if rich folk ran the housing market. Because all they got to do is pay all of the 50 years that they would have of a mortgage up front.
Yeah, that's the only way it's going to work. It's going to work still for them,
Right.
not for
Like,
us.
it's already bad now. Why would you make it worse? When was there ever a 50-year plan on anybody's house?
Never. It was 15 or 30.
So what do you mean 50-year mortgage? You don't even know if your kid's gonna live to see that old. You just lucky you managed to make it this old.
It's going to benefit somebody, and that somebody is never going to be us.
No. The working middle class low no. No. It's not happening. Sorry, but that
Because if you still owe the bank and you pass away, guess what?
they still own your house. Like, what's the point? You would have paid on that thing for your entire lifespan,
Right.
and you can't even give it to somebody because you still got to pay on it.
Exactly.
Now you might have to have somebody else pay on it for the next however many years is left. And then who's to say they even want the house, because they might have to start a new 50-year plan.
If they have their own house, they're not going to want to finish paying for that loan.
And then what if they want their own house?
Exactly.
Another 50 years? No, come on, man. You setting us back hundreds and hundreds of years because you just want stuff how you want stuff.
Right.
I want to know what America he thought was great at a time. I want to know, because all these decisions he making, it makes sense why he took a dementia test and thought it was hard. Because, sir, come on. Really?
Exactly.
Like, we can't even trust you, and now we can't take you serious because you don't know what test you're taking.
Right.
You got to hang it up.
Well,
He got to hang it up.
So far, Congress isn't going for this. So
And I don't blame them.
we'll see.
They've been out of session for, what, it'll be 4 months almost?
I think it just feels like 4 months.
When it's really been, what, like 2.5?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't see I don't understand what is his goal here. Because it's not to make America great again. It's something else.
No.
Because
How do you make something great by tearing it? Well, not tearing it down, but
I
destroying it.
got a small idea.
Mm.
I think that's what a dictatorship looks like.
Mm.
When you allow the power that you have to supersede who you can help with it,
Mm-hmm.
because you think less of them. Like the superiority the complex is crazy. Like, why do you have to look at people like that?
Right.
Why? You wouldn't last a day out here with us.
No.
And you looking down like you can go to a project around here and see what happened to you. We got to live every day of that out here.
Mm-hmm. No, he don't have no survival skills.
No, people love to act like being human is above them. But if somebody were to put any type of weapon to you and they use it, you die like the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
Your money ain't going with you either.
Oh no.
So
No. Mm-mm.
let him have his fun. I ain't wishing nothing on him, but damn it, don't be surprised when something do happen to him, because he's signing himself up for that. God forbid.
He's making a whole lot of enemies. Millions of enemies.
Foreign ones too.
Yeah.
Little do he know, he can be friends with whoever he want to be friends with, but let him try something that go against what they trying to do.
Yeah.
You don't have the military to fight them. You gonna make us go fight them, and we're not going for that.
Yeah.
We're not going for that. If anything, they might have enough heart to say, you know what? They people didn't even come over here and do that. It was him.
Mm-hmm.
If they got enough sense. But knowing other countries that don't, that don't particularly have the same government system we use, I guess we'll see.
Right.
Because if a civil war break out, I already know who's finna win that one.
Mm-hmm.
The people.
Yeah. Well,
Let the games begin.
looks like
then.
that's coming.
Yeah.
And then we have ICE out here mistreating kids now.
Well,
Snatching babies now.
yeah. Well, where they snatching these babies from?
Well, they snatched a guy who had his 1-year-old in the car.
Yeah.
So they arrested him and took him where they took him, and then they took the baby to another detention center.
Mm-hmm.
And the grandmother had to go and pick the baby up, and they had the baby there a whole lot of hours before they ever called the grandmother to come and get the baby.
Mm-hmm.
When she picked the baby up, the baby had a dirty diaper, diaper rash.
Of course.
Had a bruise on her I can't remember if it was girl or boy, but had a bruise on his face.
Mm-hmm.
Just in horrible condition.
Let me guess. And everybody sat around and watched it happen.
I would suppose so.
Why? It's more of us than it is them.
Mm-hmm.
Be mad.
Well, of course it was a Latino, but still.
How many agents was it?
Oh, it was a whole lot of agents.
Uh-huh. There's a whole lot more of us though.
Agents. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta stop acting like we aren't the system.
Yeah, in a Home Depot parking lot is where this happened at.
All the more reason for people to do something. There's weapons in the damn store.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the weird part is, they can't even legally do that.
No. So, none of that is mentioned in this funding package.
Of course not. Because he still want what he want.
Right. Of doing something about ICE
He
and
wants
the illegal
Right.
actions that they are doing.
He wants to open the government back up so he can keep making these stupid ass decisions that he's gonna make.
Well,
That's why.
people are not going to continue to allow this to go on.
Well, I wonder how long it's gonna take for people to be fed up. Because all we gotta do, see, here's the thing. The thing that we do not want to do
Mm-hmm.
is exactly what we need to do.
Right.
Stop.
We don't want to.
Stop giving them money.
Mm-hmm.
Stop paying for your shit.
Mm-hmm.
If we all decide to say fuck it, and it don't even gotta take that long, one day,
Mm-hmm.
we all just say, fuck it all.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go to-
like Black Friday.
Don't go to work.
Started there.
Don't go to work. Don't go pay for no food. If you already pay for your food, cool. Don't go buy nothing. Get everything you need before you decide to say, fuck it, I'm not going to work. Watch this. Watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Watch this. They will not be able to figure out how they going to cope with the fact, that they need our money
Mm-hmm.
so that they can do what they going to do.
Right.
If we don't spend it, what they going to do?
Mm-hmm.
They got to take it from somewhere. Who you going to take it from if we don't give it to you?
Right.
You know, let's stop paying a bill. It's going to look scary because we're going to have to go it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to look scary. But if all we got is each other, how scary is it really going to be?
Yeah.
At this point, if you're willing to stop, then you got to rely on your neighbor to help you when times get a little rough.
Mm-hmm.
You have better hope that your neighbor is at least in better stable conditions than you.
Right.
Let's hope so. And even if that's not the case, everybody can band together with what they got and make some shit shake. We
Yeah.
ain't.
But we got to start getting to that mentality, though.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
We got, because we're so much into me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take care of me. I'm gonna look out for me.
Yep.
You know, I'm gonna mind my own business. If it ain't got nothing to do with me, we can't do that now.
No.
We got to help each other.
No. I mean, at the end of the day,
This
you got it.
right here
you
should
gotta
teach us a
incentivize.
lesson.
Yeah, it should.
It should wake us up. Even if the 65% of the SNAP is deposited to the card.
Mhm.
Okay, stock up your house.
So wait,
Get
it's
what
not
you
a
can
full
get.
100% for everybody. It's just,
65%.
and that ain't
Hmm.
okay.
So,
that's-
you know,
That's week to week. That's month to month, ain't it? Or at least throughout the month. Or is that week to week?
I'm not sure how it is.
'Cause
I'm
if
not
it's-
sure if it's federal, it would be month. It would be month. If it's federal, because it's not state,
And that's until when?
I don't know.
I mean, 65%
Well,
is
this
better than
this
nothing.
is through the end of January, this funding package. So I guess through the end of January, and then they meet on it again.
Okay. I don't.
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
But here's the thing: what we also have to do for those that can do it. When you get your money off your card and put it in your house.
Oh
Don't
yeah.
leave your money on your card.
Yeah. If he do shell that money out. If he do shell this money out, y'all.
Well, any money, your paycheck money,
Right.
any monies that you get, your Social Security, anything.
Mm-hmm.
Leave only what you gotta leave
Right.
in the bank and on your
Exactly.
card.
Yeah.
Because, and I'm telling you, they are testing us.
Mm-hmm.
And just like that little incident happened a few weeks ago with Amazon and all the apps, that did not happen by accident.
Mm-hmm.
That was a test.
To see if we're gonna be able to cope without it.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a feeling that unless we figure out how to be a community, we will fail at this.
Yeah.
And
Start pocketing your money, getting your little, as my mama always say, your just in case money.
yeah, well, you
Because
know,
just in case is coming.
but a lot of us don't have just in case money though. We don't even make enough
I
to
know.
have just in case money to be pulling from.
I know. But
You know
put
what I'm
what
saying?
you can. If it ain't nothing but $5,
Yeah, but
you'll be glad that you could go back and get that $5.
yeah, but then what you gonna do with it? Ain't nothing $5 no more. Not even fast food.
Talking about every time you get some money,
Well,
get a little
again,
something, put a little $5 to the side.
and I get that part,
Uh-huh.
but some people don't even got that.
Right.
So
Well,
they need to
if you
rely on the
can.
resources of their neighbors.
Right.
Because if the money ain't coming, you got to find a way to be able to stabilize
Mm-hmm.
while this is happening.
Right.
So we got to,
Humanity.
we got to figure out how we going to spin this whole thing to make it look like you don't need, even if you don't have it,
Mhm.
somebody got it to help you with it.
Right.
And it has to be out of the kindness of their own heart. Otherwise, we moving backwards.
Yeah.
We moving backwards.
And there's always somewhere that you can go to get it, to get help.
Anywhere.
There's always
There's places
resources.
everywhere.
There
Resources
are
everywhere.
resources. Yeah.
But you got to outsource though. You can't just expect it to be there. You got to do
Might
the
have
research.
to do a little, yeah.
Do some information or something.
Right.
Try to figure it out for yourself. Because what happens now is America is gonna start playing on everybody's deepest and darkest, negative characterizations of themselves. Once this phone disappeared and these apps start,
Yeah.
we shall see what the future holds. 'Cause I'm telling you,
We shall.
it don't look very sweet.
We shall. Well, and there you have it. News you can use or lose. But either way, we're about to delve into Love Chronicles, Episode 3.
All right, y'all. We talking about love once again, all the different phases, all the experimental things we can do with it. But today we are talking about relationships and everything related to it. So there's a meme out that goes a little something like, it said something about in a world full of relationships. Shout out to everybody that just won't love. I'm paraphrasing, so forgive me. But long story short, even in a world full of situationships, relationships are still desired. People still want them in any way they can get them. And hopefully we can shed a light on how healthy we can make these situations, even if they are relationships for ourselves. So we'll begin with love languages.
We can.
Let's delve into those.
Okay.
What is your love language?
All right. Well, I was talking to a friend that challenged me. Well, first I was asked what my love language was, and I took the quiz a long time ago.
Right.
So I couldn't remember, but I knew acts of service was one of them. So I was challenged to take the quiz again, and I did. And my top two, well, I'll give you my list. My top two was physical touch and quality time,
Right.
which I was surprised.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I thought for sure acts of service was number 3. So I was surprised. Number 4 was words of affirmation. And then number 5 was receiving gifts.
Yeah, I was the same way. Now, whatever language you speak, all of them are compatible with each other. But a lot of us have a hard time interpreting which one best fits the language we speak. So, in my opinion, well, I'll give you my test scores too, because mine was exactly the same, actually. But I've always found myself to be like an acts of service type of person too. And I was a physical touch person because I like loving on my person. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes words don't cut it. And a lot of people may have experienced those words failing them. So I just take all of that into consideration. I'm like, all right, who was in their life that made them feel like it was safe enough to, boom. Each of those languages come from a different set of experiences. Sometimes it'd be 2 at a time. It really just depends on what is lacking during the process of you figuring that language out and how you can interpret it in a way that makes you feel comfortable enough to love a person as long as you are at the start of it.
Okay.
So, it always start with you. Self-love is very important because a situationship will allow you to think that only thinking about yourself is the same as self-love. It's not. It's not. Self-love comes from a place of abundance. It don't come from a place of hollowness. You know what I'm saying? A situationship can be looked at in a weird way, but some people that might be like a trial run, based on their experiences. Experience plays a big part, positive or negative. And it really all depends on what you learn from that experience. A lot of us have not had the best experiences.
True.
But we can always, for some reason, we seem to go back to what social media tells us what a situationship is, what a relationship is, which one you should give more energy to. Like, there's all these narratives, all this propaganda about what a relationship is from a computer. That's what and that's what bothers me, because we can't put our phone down long enough to realize that there is a person sitting right in front of us that we can speak to them in all of those languages. The question is, which one are you better? Which one are you fluent in? And how can you use that to be interpreted in a way that won't look like you got hate in your heart or something? Now, granted, hearts break, but they also mend. If you can't find the courage to mend, pieces just going to start falling off. And it's going to get to a point where you're going to look at everything as a waste of time. And then that's how a situationship starts. Because you're in a situation, but it's not
where you want to be.
It's not of the relationship qualities. Like, you don't bring in the faithfulness. You don't bring in the quality time. You don't bring certain stuff like that in. But here's what's funny. All a situationship is a relationship at a lower level. It's still a ship. The boat must sail on. Whether it's a relationship, a situationship, a friendship, a partnership, it's different parts to this ship. It's all the same boat, though.
Yeah.
So a situationship ain't even something to think about outside of a relationship, because realistically, they're almost one and the same. The only difference is you just change the word from relation to situation.
Yeah.
Now, how can we balance
and again,
that?
that was created by what? Social
AI.
media.
Like, come on. Listen, the influence that people will get on social media, whatever it may be, X, IG, Facebook, whatever. And they will see, here's what people don't get about social media that really be mind-boggling me. You do realize that you set everything that you can see. It don't just pop out of nowhere. You have to like enough of this stuff for them to create a timeline of those very things, which causes a cause. It's like a cause and effect.
Right.
So if you're not in the space where love starts and it ends, then you're not gonna see the stuff that starts and ends with love. You're gonna see the, you don't need no man, or she may be bad, but she got roaches. So just what I'm saying? Just giving ourselves excuses to not even know, okay, why that woman got roaches. You don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody in that neighborhood.
You
know what I'm saying?
Don't matter the gender, just love who you love.
If you love yourself enough, there is no amount of love you can give to another person that won't look like it, no matter who you give it to. Love is universal, and it is also unlimited. It costs nothing. Literally, it costs nothing. And sometimes, a lot of us, especially black people, sometimes we'll look at love from another black person as pity. Or we'll look at that as, oh, they know I ain't got, you know what I'm saying? We always get the notion that they may know what we got going on when they don't.
Or we look at it as an ulterior motive, or they want something from you.
Right. And it's like, okay, so who did that to you? Because that's what that is. Every character, every characteristic, or every feeling, every emotion, whatever it is that you are exerting as a focal point of how you live in your life is based on an experience that for one, you might not have looked back on it and gone, you know what? That's what went wrong. But instead, you will channel how it made you feel and you will carry it.
Right.
And a lot of people won't admit this, and I'll be the first to say it. Shit get heavy. It gets heavy. And a lot of us are okay with it being heavy. But then you got to worry about what it means when you have to carry not only your own body weight, but the weight of all your experiences, positive or negative. Like the positive ones, that's not weight. The negative is presumed to be weight. Because now we have to look at certain aspects of what we thought was safe as unsafe, because it was unsafe while it was happening to us.
Right.
But then you got to realize, in what world can you say that it happens to everybody?
Yeah.
You were just unfortunate to be one of those people that have went through that.
Happened to. Right. Right.
So that begs the question, is social media a part of the exuberance of what that emotion is that you tied to that experience? Do you put your phone down and you just go, you know what? I have to rethink, or I have to rewire just so I can figure out what it is that's going on? Or you live your life decision to decision. And it really don't matter how the decision looks. The fact that you have the control over that decision is how we base our lifestyles. A lot of us go through shit during our life and think, you know what? I'm just going to do what I want, because at least that's the last thing that's going to fail me. And we don't even look in the mirror and look at those situations and see that's how situationships come about.
Right.
See, we don't love ourselves enough to be like, you know what? I love that person. That's because I love me. And I know they love me just as much as I love them. You ain't got to be in love with them.
Right.
You can love them enough to know you ain't going to hurt them. You can show them that. Because nowadays, words don't mean jack shit anymore. That's unfortunate. Because words can heal if you use the right ones.
Right.
But you have to be willing to listen too.
And it depends on the person
Yeah.
and what you have gone through with that person. If that person has done nothing but lie to you the whole time, then their words mean absolutely nothing to you.
Man, it's such a slippery slope.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have to come with more than that words by that point.
Yeah. Like baggage comes in so many forms. And sometimes it don't even be bad baggage. It just some people just get the short end of the stick, and then they ask themselves, they be like, well, why me? But then we have to go back to, well, what if this is what God wanted from you?
Yeah, why not you?
He wants you to sit down and process all of this. He wants you to understand that he got you no matter what. But the question is, do you got you?
Right. Right.
You trust him, you trust yourself.
Yeah.
So never lose sight of who you look up to that isn't of a motherly, fatherly, or neighborly figure. Sometimes you might need motivation from a source that goes beyond human comprehension. And if that's the case, then pray.
Right.
Pray, live your life, but also, and I'm going to say this with a deep heart, our kids are watching.
Yeah.
Don't matter how old they are watching. The decisions we make are a direct result of not only how we feel about ourselves, but how we feel about the situations we're in. And if you are in a situation where you were not ready for what happened, and you are still trying to catch up, be still. Take a beat. Realize what situation you are currently in. And just start diving into what it is that you need to be diving into. Because the thing that you going to run into is a thing called gratitude. Because you can look at all of that stuff that happened to you. And you can sit here right now and go, well, the fact that you even have the ability to look back on it means that you need to be far more grateful now than you ever have been. Because that situation could have broke you in a way where you couldn't even show up for your kids even if you wanted to.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? People got to wake up and stop wondering what the world gonna give them.
Because it don't owe you nothing.
And our kids ain't ask us to bring them here. So if you are going to raise a child, be aware that it takes more than the basics.
Right.
It takes more than sheltering a child. Because you can shelter the child, and the child can be too sheltered.
Mm-hmm.
And then they won't understand. In order for you to understand how parenting works, you have to understand what it means to live out here in the real world as an adult and what it would look like to them as a child. Mm-hmm. If the child is looking at the world like there's nothing that can go wrong, then give it to them in a way that don't look wrong or don't feel wrong or don't sound wrong. Just give them encouragement to go out here and fulfill things that they need to fulfill just because you haven't. Mm-hmm. It's a simple matter of what is more important. Is the happiness in which you have control over your life more important? The way you control how you bring the happiness to your life when deep down you can't pull anything in that ain't already inside you. Let's start there. Peace starts from within. Happiness starts from within. If you try to look at it from another perspective or look at it or take it from somewhere else, if social media has any type of, now don't get me wrong, social media has a means of bringing the best out of people too. Mm-hmm. I'm one of those people. My Instagram ain't none but affirmations, some dad shit, God, everything. I said it that way because the negativity is I don't want to deal with that. I got enough of that going on, and it's not even that much. I'm just grateful that I'm able to sit here and still keep my composure amongst the chaos. But we have to start looking at what we love about ourselves before we even start looking for what we love about another person.
Exactly.
The more you love you, the more somebody else gonna love you, and then it'll just be natural at that point.
Right.
So let's look at these situationships and relationships, and let's look at this in terms of a ship. Mm-hmm. There's a top level, there's a bottom level, and how we measure those levels is based on the experiences we carry through our years of adulthood. Mm-hmm. So,
all of us want to be on top. All of us want to be on the Lido deck, getting it in, partying, and having a good time.
Partying at the deck party.
But life be lifing.
Something terrible.
And we find ourselves going down a deck, going down a deck, going down a deck. And how do you handle it?
Right.
When you find yourself on those lower decks, how do you sustain yourself? How do you find your peace again?
Yeah.
How do you put your life together, much less your heart?
The illusion is that the ship is sinking. Mm-hmm. The ship's not sinking. You're not in the ship. The ship is not sinking. You're on the ship. Mm-hmm. The problem is you are too low to determine the water level. So you don't know what's up or down because you're underwater. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That situationship, in my opinion, it's at the bottom. Mm-hmm. Because you get the bare minimum from somebody, and the whole time you are giving them a reason to be in a relationship when that's exactly what you don't want.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you on that floor?
Right.
Because that floor, it can't even fit everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Because situationships require you to stop thinking with your head. Well, actually, there isn't much thinking if you think about it. Just think about that for a second. What is a situationship? A lot of people can't tell you because they have core values of a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
They pull pieces from it. I can't even ask nobody what a situationship is without them telling me something that a relationship got in it.
Mm-hmm.
So even if there is a world full of situationships, all we're really doing is we stop. Okay, I got you. All a situation is a checkpoint to the finish line. It's a checkpoint. You get to a person.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't necessarily got what you want all the way,
Mm-hmm.
but you still want somebody who gonna give you everything you asking for.
Mm-hmm. So
But if
they're
they giving you-
placeholder.
So, boom. So if they giving you what they giving you at the time, you will be comfortable enough to wait for whoever it is that's supposed to. But see, here's where people go wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
They stay in situationships too long.
Mm-hmm.
And it is now an entire situation. It's not even a situationship anymore. It is a situation, and you have to navigate.
Yeah, because the other person think they're in a relationship.
Or that is going to lead to that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not leading to that, then the situationship shouldn't have a ship at the end of it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because only things that are built to stay afloat are the ones we should be involving our time in.
Right.
So if a situationship is a ship that sinks, then why are we trying to drown?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Speaking with love, y'all, but I'm tired of drowning. I know you tired of drowning. I know you tired of drowning.
So tired of drowning.
We tired of drowning.
I got the scars to prove it. Shoot.
Love is the CPR.
I got the divorces to prove it.
You know what I'm saying? Love is the miracle that happens.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't even gotta love somebody the way you love yourself. But they'll be able to tell how much you do love yourself and might take a page out of your playbook.
Mm-hmm.
It really just depends on how you love yourself, because a lot of us love ourselves in private. And we don't really got the confidence to show other people that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's cool.
But it helps when you can show other people that.
Well, yeah,
So
because
you're teaching them how to love you.
all right, so boom. I think we are having a sort of resurgence in that regard. Little bits and pieces everywhere. Not, it's not like, oh, we love each other now. No, it ain't that simple. But I am starting to notice that there is a lot more of us trying to get it right with each other
Mm-hmm.
versus getting it right with the people that's been around for a long time. Like some of us are just finding our place in the world and finding peace with it.
Right.
Because peace is really the goal. But let me be clear. Sometimes it does work when you can attain peace through isolation.
Mm-hmm.
But here's what happens. Too much isolation takes away the functions to perform socially. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because now you all up here talking. And you don't know if it's going to come out the same way you want to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the human interaction starts to decrease because you so worried about what somebody going to do to you. When you can't stop them from doing what they doing unless it was with malicious intent, then you got every right to defend yourself. But other than that, not everybody out here to get you.
Right.
Go out and walk outside or something. We not out. No, the world not that scary.
Mm-mm.
It's not that scary. It's just scary to you because you're using your imagination to quantify what it look like in your world when the reality is ain't shit really going on.
Mm-hmm.
Shit is going on how it's going on. That's just how it is.
Right.
Whatever's going on in your world is probably the same thing that's happening in somebody else's world in another state, in another country, and in another space somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And they're probably learning how to cope. We got to learn how to cope. We got to put our phones down. Got to start talking. We got to start praying.
Mm-hmm.
Walk outside. Breathe the air.
Right.
Because they try and take that from us too, building all this shit. We need these trees. Like we are organisms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We need the same shit plants need. We need sunlight. We need water.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be fed
Right.
so we can grow. All organisms got the same system. That don't stop with stuff you feel is non-living.
Mm-hmm.
Grass scream through scent.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like getting cut. Grass don't like getting cut. So when they get cut, that smell of freshly cut grass, they screaming
Right.
because it hurts. If we get cut, it hurts. A plant gonna love itself through nature because nature love it.
Mm-hmm.
Nature is created so that those organisms can thrive. So in the human aspect, love would be our nature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's our sunlight. It's our water. That's how we feed. If it take a village, love is how you feed the whole block.
Yeah. So why are we so reluctant to pour it on ourselves and on others?
Because life sucks a lot of the time, and the government ain't making it no easier. And then, there's people that are poor decision makers.
Mm-hmm.
Not their fault, even if it is their fault.
Mm-hmm.
People aren't born poor decision makers.
Right.
They've probably seen somebody make a decision and thought that was the best one because it worked for them.
Mm-hmm.
That's poor decision making. Poor decision making is seeing somebody making a stupid decision and no consequence come from it,
Mm-hmm.
even though it looked crazy. They got away with it.
Mm-hmm.
So now
you
the stigma,
adapt that as your own.
now it's the adaptation of making poor decisions because that's the only control you got in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Making a decision. You don't care if it's right or wrong,
Right.
poor or rich in spirit. It's the fact that you got control of the decisions you make.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't really care who it affect. You could have lived your entire childhood, preteen,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, with no control at all
Right.
of how things you want to happen for you.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get to a whole adult, now you don't know how to make those decisions because now you're an adult.
Right.
You've never seen this stuff before. So you're basing all of this stuff on how you feel and what you've experienced.
Mm-hmm.
And now you are technically a poor decision maker because now everything you're doing isn't moving you forward.
Mm-hmm.
It's either keeping you stuck or it's pushing you back.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And we don't realize it until it gets too late. And now we got bad relationships with our kids. We in poor health. We ain't got no job. We ain't got no money. We living with our kids. We got to ask our kids for money because we not making the decisions that help everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If you got kids, it should help the children.
Right.
Your feelings come after they are straight. Your kids ain't asked to be here and you was here before them. Your feelings can wait. You've been with your feelings all this time. You mean to tell me now you want to start enforcing how those things look with kids around? Knowing the type of effect it might have on them?
Mm-hmm.
See, I think we forget kids get older.
Yeah.
And we also forget that they're sponges.
Soaking all the dysfunction up.
They have emotions too.
And then they're supposed to be our leaders.
And then we attach ourselves to situationships and think the kid poses a benefit from that. Do you see why it's so bottom on the damn ship? It's so low on the ship that we can't even take that seriously because the kids are sitting at the top of the damn ship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, it's called parenthood.
Trying to function for themselves.
Right, it's called parenthood, but that hood covers the ship. Because as long as you have a set of principles that align with you being the parent that you want to be, all that other stuff gonna fall into place. Partnership, money, friendship. They'll help you with your kids. Relationships. You'll have somebody to help you with your kid for the foreseeable future. It's all different types of ways you can look at this without looking at it as, I'm going to go to the bottom of the ship.
Right. Yeah.
You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't. Get yourself some love. Look in the mirror and go, I know this look crazy, but I love me. And I ain't going to stop till this look how I want it to look. We got to start with us.
Speak words of affirmation to yourself.
To yourself. Find them on any app that you use. And meet people that want to do right in life just like you.
Yeah.
Don't meet people that's out here in the dumps just because life beating them in the butt. All of us getting all of us getting beat up by life, but come on.
But that don't mean you got to speak it.
Right. Like, never allow something that you know you have control over. And make your money or let your money make you.
Hey.
That you can apply that to life in general.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Where's the love? It's everywhere and it's in you. So let's share it. There's nothing wrong with sharing it. All right, y'all. We're going to take a quick break and pause for the calls. We will be right back.
At Social Flair Event Studio, we don't just host events, we create unforgettable experiences. From birthday extravaganza
Welcome back, everyone, to I've Got Something to Say podcast.
All right, y'all. We about to wrap this thing on up. You got any closing remarks?
Well, I wanted to share that over the weekend, I was blessed to attend a retreat, and it was at a lake house on Lake Anna, and it was so relaxing and so peaceful that I didn't know that something like that existed for us, that we could partake of that. The view was beautiful. You know, it was a little chilly, but it was just so serene. And I encourage anybody, if you have the opportunity to do something like that, do that for yourself. You won't regret it. I just came to terms with a lot of stuff, made a lot of changes, made a lot of decisions and goals for my life.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
Ate vegan food for the first time and loved it.
Hey.
So, yes, I would, if you have the opportunity, even if it's not at the lake house, to go on a retreat, do it. Do it.
Sounds like a plan.
Mm-hmm. Made some goals for my love.
There you go. There you go.
So, yeah, that's just my little tidbit I wanted to share.
Okay. I got a few things. Over the course of the weekend, I myself have come to some sort of revelation. And as young as I am, I have realized that there's still a lot more that I can contribute to this life of mine and to anybody else's life that I feel is very close to mine going forward. And a lot of that has to do with the distractions that I have allowed to enter my space. So I did a quick inventory check. And as it turns out, I had a ton of dead weight and a lot of excess baggage in the form of, feelings of the flesh. I'll put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And sitting in my room with my little rabbit, it dawned on me that all it takes is for me to say I love myself and I love where I'm going and what I'm doing, regardless to how it looks. And that gave me gratitude in such a way where I feel lighter. I feel better. I'm thinking my thoughts are clear. And it struck me as odd because I've never been so at peace with purging.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you gotta purge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta purge the ways of old, purge all the distractions, purge the lust, purge the greed, purge the gluttony. Just get rid of some stuff.
Yeah.
Get rid of the weight that's cluttering your space. Get rid of all the collateral that's creating all this access occupied space.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And realistically, a lot of that space start up here.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't declutter up here, it'll never seem like it out here. So I've allowed my imagination to take a back seat. And that led me to believe that reality ain't all that bad once you allow the things that you need to be done. Anything outside of that is a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a parent of twins. Under no circumstance am I not thinking about them. So if that means I gotta stay my black ass in the house, that's what I'm doing. Why do I have to go out here and distract myself from what's important? Because it's hard. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Shit gonna be hard.
Right.
It's gonna be hard. But I have been blessed enough to be given the tools and further realizing that those tools can be sharpened so that I can be the best version I can be as not only as a dad, but as a man, as all the hats that I wear, I gotta be the best at wearing them hats.
Right.
And in order for me to understand that I have to wear those hats, I gotta put myself in different modes that don't add to the distraction. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be in a laser focused mode so that I don't swerve off the path I'm on. So even with the baggage that I do have, I'm not gonna call it baggage. I'm gonna call it experience. At least for me, it's only baggage if I didn't learn from it. And take that how you will. But I have this experience that has opened my eyes to a point where I can no longer allow myself to see somebody not love themselves. Because what that means is if I'm in their life and they still don't love themselves, I have to do more work.
Right.
So,
Or exit stage left.
Right. I mean, now, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't necessarily get rid or, cast aside a person that don't love themselves. But realistically, all you can really do is tell them to. And you can even show them.
Right.
But, I mean, they have to be able to interpret that in a way that makes them feel like it means something. And that's why a lot of these love languages, including the language of English that we actually speak, it's very important. It's very important.
That communication.
That is at the top. Because if you don't communicate, how exactly will you know? Just that's it. How else will you know anything? How else will you know how to handle? How else will you know how to cope? How else will you know how to solve? How else if you don't speak on it?
Right.
You can tell yourself, but realistically, if you have an adaptation method where you have to solve the problem right away, even though the problem is bigger than what you making it, then you got to find out how to tackle that problem without the distractions. Because what the distraction does is it pushes that problem so far back that you done forgot that it was a problem. And then you let more problems slip in the cracks. It's just, don't let your problem stack, y'all. I know shit is tough. I know it's crazy out here. But all you have to do is make the right decision at least one time. And you can turn that into a habit. Anything habitual that is replacing something detrimental, small steps count. Not going to the club count. Not going to see that girl or that boy count. Not yelling at your kids count. Not neglecting their feelings because you got your own counts. No matter what you do, whether it be as an individual, as a parent, sexuality, ethnicity, whatever. Always remember that you got to do all of this stuff with love, man. If you ain't doing nothing with love, then find something that you love to do and do it. Even if you want to be antisocial, that's fine. As long as you loving yourself in the process, you won't even be antisocial. I don't consider it antisocial anyway, because you can't be anti-talking. You just anti-people. You anti-stupidity. You know what I'm saying?
Anti-drama.
You know what I'm saying? We go out and we want to talk to people about what we know, but if we can't say it to them to the point where they're not gonna receive it, then we wasting time. And a lot of us feel like we waste our time. So
So we just keep it moving.
Keep loving yourself though, because you're gonna talk to a group of people that are gonna listen, that are going to harbor on every word you say,
Yeah.
and they're gonna make sure it stick. And you're gonna get that testimony some years down the line that you helped somebody's life out.
Mm-hmm.
Show some love. If you got enough money, show some love that way. If you ain't got enough money, cook some.
Mm-hmm. There's something you can do.
There's a lot you can do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
The intent is there. The question is, if love is the goal, then who do you serve? Because where you pulling that love from?
Mm-hmm.
You got to pull it from yourself. Somebody love you.
Yeah.
Somebody out here love you. Please don't get this mistaken, y'all. Somebody love you. There's somebody out here for everybody, even if y'all ain't got to be in love with them. Y'all can be life partners and you ain't got to do nothing.
That's true, too, because Patti LaBelle said it. Somebody loves you, baby.
It don't matter, man. If they love you and they have shown you time and time and time again, and they have told you time and time and time again, and the words have backed up every time and time again, I suggest you keep that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what it looks like when you love yourself. You always choose you.
Mm-hmm.
It feel better. Because when you choose you, then your decisions are better based on you choosing yourself, not who you think is choosing you or
Right.
who you are choosing to
Right.
choose.
Right. Right.
The choices you make are very important. And if social media is any indication, sometimes you got to put your phone down to think clearly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
But above all else, choose you first.
yes.
Let's start with you.
Yes, because that doesn't take away from the person that want to love on you.
Mm-mm.
That just means that they're waiting on you to be the loving person that they should be loving on.
Yeah.
They waiting for you.
Yeah.
They can't force you to love yourself, because if you meet the person you're supposed to be with before you decide to love yourself, then that means you were supposed to meet them with the intent to mess it up,
Mm-hmm.
because you ain't loving you yet,
Right.
and you showing that person that want to love you that you ain't loving you, so you take it out on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we also have to get better with showing love in a means where it don't look lusty.
Mm-hmm.
It don't look, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It don't just look like you said, an ulterior motive, some hidden agenda.
Authentic.
If there was always a hidden agenda, or in your mind, if there's always a hidden agenda when when you feel like you see the dating pool and you think there's pee in it or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
ask yourself this question. Is there pee in the dating pool? Or am I at the wrong pool?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I ain't speaking racially. I ain't speaking ethnically. I'm talking about maybe you are at a pool that you gonna drown in.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe you are in a part of that pool that you can't keep your chin above water.
Mm-hmm. Just not where you're supposed to be.
You just not at the right part of the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Get away from the part that got the pee in it. You got to realize what that pee is, though. Because that pee is you. You say there's pee in the dating pool. No. You are assuming there's pee in it because you don't like how it look.
Mm-hmm.
But pee can be clear.
Because of your experiences, you keep on repeating the same experiences. And if you keep on repeating the same experiences, then baby, it's you. It's not the experience or the people that you're with.
Right.
It is you. So get the mirror, look in the mirror, and do the work.
Look hard enough, too.
Yeah.
Don't look up there and be like, I got eye boogers.
No.
Don't be
You
like,
gotta
don't
do the
be
work.
like, I got to brush my teeth.
You gotta do the work. It begins with you.
Look at everything.
Mhm.
Look into your own eyes. A lot of us don't even do that.
Yeah. Get a journal and start writing on them feelings that you feel. It don't matter
Document.
if it don't look right. It
Document.
don't have to look right. But
Document.
get it out.
Because the minute you document it, you can go back to it and be like, all right, I felt this today. Why?
Mhm.
And it'll explain it right there as you wrote it.
Yep.
Document
That's
everything.
what I mean when I say do the work.
Document it. You can always, just and a lot of us might need that person to push us to do better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of us tend to look at that push as money, or we got to give them something.
Mm-hmm.
But if memory serves, your feelings don't got a price, do they? You can't allow someone to hold that much value over what feelings mean to you. If you have more than one feeling,
Mm-hmm.
you have more than one emotion. Don't just pinpoint which one feels easier to use.
Right.
Because the one that is the easiest is the one that's your template. So if you go, oh, well, all these men, because all they want to do is, all right, well, let me ask you this. Are you giving them that energy?
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking to them about what you want? Are you asking them what they want?
Mm-hmm.
Are they telling you the truth?
Right. Are you establishing your boundaries straight out the gate?
Right. Now, see, here's the tricky part. Because women's intuition
Mm-hmm.
has a space in almost it isn't a good amount of women's imagination
Mm-hmm.
in terms of intuition in general.
Mm-hmm.
I guess however they define it.
Well, God gave us this thing,
Well,
so we do.
it's called intuition. It's not called man's intuition. It's not called women's intuition. It's not called animal intuition. It's called intuition just by itself.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of women that will tell you that they have a woman's intuition, but only use it when something bad finna happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
But where is the intuition when you are feeling something and you about to act on it?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the intuition then?
Right.
Or as a man, where's the instinct to fall back when it seems like it's finna get overwhelming, but instead you attack it because you a man.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel like the world already got that expectation of you to tackle it because you won. Well, some of us don't got the tools to tackle the shit. So we just got to be mindful to each other, y'all. Black, white, male, female, child, adult, it don't matter. We have, especially with the people and the kids, and everybody that got kids, young kids, older kids, don't matter. They are still children. They are still watching. And it does not matter what you think they are thinking or think they are feeling. If they are showing you, that's what they're feeling. You cannot dictate how they feel based on how you feel.
Right.
You were once a little person with feelings too. You would have wanted somebody to pay attention to those feelings as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be mindful that you are having to deal with you all over again. So if it's hard to deal with your kids, then what do you think who's raising you would say? Or who do you think that was raising you would say? Because if you were hard as a child, but you hard on your child, that's because you were hard to deal with. And if your child is the same way, but you not paying that no mind, then you just gonna follow the same mistake your parents made.
Right.
And ignoring the fact that you might need to get a little closer. You might gotta dig a little deeper.
Listen a little more.
And always remember your kids ain't got no other way to communicate to you but to be honest. Especially when they young.
Right. And don't just chalk it off and say, oh, kids just say the cutest things, or
Right.
oh, they just a child. You know how kids talk.
Yeah.
No, kids tell you the truth, straight out, no chaser, the truth.
And a kid will hurt your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
They will hurt your feelings. But see, that's the goodness of them being kids. As innocent as they are also honest.
Yeah.
And as long as you teach that honesty, they should never feel ashamed to speak on the things that they are honest about.
Right.
But with that, you have to create that space for your kid or kids to the point where they can talk to you about how they feel.
Right.
You know, ask the right questions. You know, just let them know it's all right. It's okay if you can talk. If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. We can spin the block on it, whatever. I'm glad to be a girl dad because that helps me look at things in depth, even more so than I already have been. Being a parent means I got to sacrifice a lot of shit that I probably would have wanted to do if I wasn't one. Situationships look scary now. Relationships I have more hope for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm learning to be grateful even when people are ungrateful. I'm learning to be patient when impatience is at every corner.
Right. And you look for love or the potential for love in all situations.
Well, see, I tried looking for the potential.
Well, not looking,
Right.
looking per
Well,
se.
yeah, I know what you mean.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like potential, that's give or take. Because you can see the potential, but they won't, or they can't, rather. So they'll harp on all the things that was told to them or was said to them, maybe out of anger, maybe out of desperation, maybe out of envy, whatever. And they will form a narrative about themselves. And that goes with the decision making. Because now that you feel that these people have said this about you, now you get this impression that it might be true. But what you be telling me all the time? Go ahead and tell the people, because the people gotta know.
What do you I tell you so much.
Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it. You are who you answer to.
Oh yeah, it's not what they call you.
It's not what they are calling you. It's how you answer to them. So if they calling you all these type of words, you tall, you ugly, you fat, you skinny, your teeth crooked, your hair falling out, your feet too big, all you got to do is turn around and say what, and you just proving them right.
Yeah.
If anything, if love is really the focal point here, laugh at them motherfuckers. Cause
do nothing at all and keep it moving like they ain't talking. They can't be talking.
Cause all
to you.
they doing is joking on you about something that you ain't seen on them that you gonna joke on. They are ashamed of the shit that they don't like about them, so they gonna joke on somebody else. And a lot of us do comedy because we love ourselves enough to talk about ourselves and other people. That comedy still come from a place of love, even though we gonna talk about you.
Right.
So
it's not malicious.
Right. So with that being said, y'all, love yourself, love others, and love who love you. Positive vibes, y'all. Let's keep this thing moving.
Peace.